Hey, welcome to Let's Eat with Russ. Today I'm going to show you how to make pizza crust dough, whatever. So we're just using plain active yeast, and you're going to use about 1 1/3 cups of warm water. We're going to dump in 2 tablespoons of sugar, and then 1 whole packet of the yeast. And you want to give that a little bit of a stir. And then to make sure that the yeast is still good and active, you want to let that sit for maybe about 5 minutes and make sure that it foams up to see that it's good. So I'm going to give that a few minutes and check back in. All right, so our yeast is nice and foamed up, so that means it's good to go. And we're going to throw in a teaspoon of salt. And then we're going to dump in 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Add in our yeast. And that's 3½ cups of all-purpose flour in this case. And I don't have a stand mixer here. If you do, you can have the dough hooks or even the paddle attachment will make this part easier. Whoops, made a mess already. So just kind of, get this mixed up until it's all homogenized and gets a little sticky. And then again, if you have a mixer, the kneading process will be easier. But I'll show you how to do it manually. It's not that hard, it just takes a little while to get it kneaded properly. And you really want to knead the dough for a good solid 5 minutes, maybe even up to 7 minutes. And since I'm going to be kneading this by hand anyway, I might as well just finish mixing it by hand as well. That moisture off the counter there. So at this point, there's a little bit more flour there. I just use the countertop and just dust it with flour. And then we'll just pull out our ball of dough and get that out of the way. Just kind of fold it over and then press it in with the heel of your hand, of your palm. And like I said, you're going to do this for a good 5 to 7 minutes until the dough is kind of smooth and elastic. A little bit tacky to your fingers, but not so much, not like it is now. And if you need to, if it's a little too sticky, you can add a little bit more flour. Mine tends to pick up a little extra flour just from the surface that I'm kneading it on. So I won't make you sit here and watch me knead dough for 5 minutes. So I'm going to get this done and come right back. All right, now we got our nice little ball of dough here, all kneaded, nice and elastic and soft, as you can see. That should be about perfect. So then we're just going to take a little bit of just plain extra virgin olive oil. You don't have to measure it, just put a little in the bowl. What you want to do is just kind of get the sides coated so as the dough rises, it doesn't get stuck to the side of the bowl and not rise properly. So you just want to kind of lubricate the bowl a little bit. And we just take the ball, throw it in there. I like to turn it over so that it's also covered in olive oil. And that's basically it for the dough. At this point, you're just going to cover it with a kitchen towel, and just let it sit on the counter for probably a good hour to maybe even 2 hours. Basically what you're looking for is for it to about double in size. And then I'll come back after that's done and show you how I roll out the dough and all of that. And by the way, this size of a recipe, the ball, for the size and thickness of pizzas that I typically make, this should yield me 3 pizzas. All right, so it's been a little bit over an hour, and somewhat to my surprise, it actually rose pretty fast. Looks like it's already more than doubled in size, but that'll be fine. So I'm heating up my oven. We can just kind of punch this down. And like I said, I expect this to yield about 3 pizzas for me, so I'm just going to try and divide it in half and pull some off of each one until they all look about the same size. And this one's a little bit smaller, but pretty much close enough. So once you got your your dough separated into individual pizzas sized, you can actually put this in saran wrap and then put that into like a Ziploc freezer bag, and you can freeze these balls of dough for up to a few months. And so that way it's easier. You don't have to go through the whole crust process. Just pull one out, let it thaw in the fridge, and then just roll it out and make a pizza quicker. So this is something you can make in advance. I'm actually going to do several pizzas today, so I'm going to use all 3 of these. So I'm not even going to bother with the saran wrap. I'm just going to use grocery store produce bags that I have sitting around and just try to get all the air out. Good enough. And then I can just throw these in the fridge until I'm ready to bake them off. And that's it. There you go, pizza dough. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.